Hey, what's up? It's your boy, 24/7 here with 24/7 Fusion Media. Man, I see that this hit yesterday coming from CBR says report X-Men reboot The Mutants in development at Marvel Studios. A new report claims that an X-Men film reboot is currently in the works at Marvel Studios under the tentative title The Mutants. And I guess it goes to show that way back in June, I think it was around June 5th of 2019, Victoria Alonso, the EVP of Marvel Studios Productions, came out and said that she believes the name X-Men is outdated. And she said, I don't know where the future is going, but it's funny that people call it X-Men. And she said that is outdated because, of course, they have female characters and everything. So why should it be considered to be X-Men? So at that point, people joked around and thought that it was going to be called X-Folks or X-People. And the funny part about it is Kevin Feige comes from the Fox Studios X-Men, production. He comes from that world. And even he is not sticking up for the name of the X-Men. And he's going with this bullshit about it being called the Mutants. It's like me coming out with some shit and all of a sudden I'm referred to as the Human. It's like, get the fuck out of here. It's just corny. But damn, so I guess it's gonna be called, now they're called the Mutants, from not even fucking called the X-Men. Like, get the fuck out of here now. Mutants are what they are. X-Men are, is what they're called. So, and I guess, we have those changes along with what they have in the comic books now with Wolverine sleeping with Cyclops. And this is what people have to understand. This is what's going on in Marvel Studios. Kevin Feige runs all of Marvel. He runs the comic books. He runs what's happening in Marvel Studios as far as the movies and the TV shows. So if he's sitting there and he's allowing for Wolverine to be gay and for him and Cyclops to sleep with each other, the way Marvel's going woke with the MCU, what do you think they're going to do to Wolverine on screen? Man, it's something for y'all to think about. If a new report is to be believed, Marvel Studios' highly anticipated reboot of the X-Men film franchise has entered development. According to the Illuminati, sources say that Marvel Studios president Kevin Feige is producing a new feature film, tentatively titled The Mutants, which will serve as an X-Men reboot, introducing the mutant superhero team to the Marvel Cinematic Universe. That being said, very little else is known about the alleged project. Marvel Studios effectively gained the film rights to the X-Men following the Walt Disney Company's acquisition of the 20th Century Fox in 2019. Fox itself acquired the X-Men rights from Marvel Comics in the early to mid 1990s and began its own franchise of mutant-centric Marvel films in 2000. In the early mid 1990s, that was when Stan Lee and Marvel Comics in general were going bankrupt. And at that point, Stan Lee started selling off the movie rights. Like Hulk was sent over to Universal. You had like Blade, Fantastic Four, Ghost Rider, Daredevil, if I'm not mistaken. All of them went to Fox. Sony picked up Spider-Man, and that's where everybody got. That's where all these comic book properties ended up being split amongst all the movie studios. So that's how that worked out. And for Stan Lee to sit there and sell the character rights to all these different studios, that's how Marvel Studios was able to pull itself out of some stuff and kind of get themselves into the, into the 2000s and boom. And from there, this is where we at now. Feige has begun teasing the X-Men's MCU debut for a while, name dropping the Mutants and the Fantastic Four, the film rights to whom were also previously owned by Fox during the Marvel Studios panel at Comic-Con International, San Diego in 2019. Notably, the Fantastic Four are already confirmed to be joining the MCU, with Spider-Man director Jon Watts having been tapped to direct a new film starring Marvel's first family. Man, shit, actually, I just hope that Jon Watts does the Fantastic Four justice. I mean, fucking for real. Not to say that the Fox's Fantastic Four, and I'm meaning the Jessica Alba one, it was decent. It could have been better, yes. Could have been a lot better, but it was good for its time, and it didn't age well. But hopefully we get a solidified Fantastic Four with an origin story that stays true to who the Fantastic Four is, and hopefully they'll be brought into the MCU without being made to look like shit. I mean, fuck, they already fucked up the Inhumans. What makes you think they won't fuck up the Fantastic Four? Shit, it was all under Feige, so, hey, what can you say, right? If reports of the Mutants' development are legitimate, however, it will actually be the second major Marvel Studios project hailing from the X-Men mythos. Feige recently confirmed that Disney and Marvel Studios are working on Deadpool 3, an R-rated continuation of Fox's popular X-Men spin-off duology starring Ryan Reynolds as Wade Wilson. Other members of Fox's X-Men franchise have been involved in the MCU, namely actor Evan Peters, who reprised his X-Men movie role as Quicksilver for Marvel Studios' debut Disney Plus series WandaVision. Yep, he sure did. And there you have it. So, what do you think about the X-Men finally coming into development, but having that fucking horrible ass fucking name for whatever the fuck this project's gonna be? It's gonna be called The Mutants. Come on, man. This shit is so fucking lame. And there you go. If they keep up with this mutant shit, and that's what it's going to be called, and they don't even call the X-Men, then you already know they fucking went woke with this shit. And at that point, hell, you might as well see fucking Wolverine get fucking smashed out by Cyclops at that point. So fuck it, right? Might as well. But like I say, y'all let me know what y'all think about this shit in the comment section below. Are you interested in seeing the Mutants? Do you prefer them to be called the X-Men, or I don't know, how the fuck you feel about this shit in particular? Me, I would love to see the X-Men come back into the fold. I mean, especially under the MCU. But at the same time, if they're gonna come woke, or they're gonna come with some shit where they're gonna be like a variation of them, man, you might as well just fucking leave them alone and just don't even fuck with them. And that's the thing. Normies don't know what the fuck's happening with Wolverine. They don't know he's getting smashed out every night by Cyclops. That's fucked up. For everybody that never heard this shit, yeah, that's what's happening. You open up the comic books, that's what's happening right now. Like I said, y'all let me know what you think about this shit in the comment section below. Please share, like, and subscribe if you haven't already. It's your boy, 24/7 with 24/7 Fusion Media, and I'm out. Peace.